Welcome back to Season 2 of the Real League for its 6th event, Endurance Clash. Our teams will face this course as can be currently seen in heats of 4, with the two that manage to stay on the longest advancing to the next round. But this course is a rather slippery one, as it will guide you towards that focus point that you need to avoid. Now, in the standings, the Evergreen Oaks have a steady lead over the Autumn Masters in second, who jumped up 5 spots after the last event. Now, we'll have a demo here to show how this event usually plays out. They are sent off and then have a collision with the back wall, which will send them in their different trajectories. And they'll have to try as hard as they can to stay out of that center hole and push all their opponents into it. The top two will advance, of course, as we can see here. The two have already fallen in, so we've sped up the footage here of the demo reel. And they will make their way in as fast as they can. There we go. That is how this event is played. Now in the first heat we have Inferno, Iron, Zesty, and Asteroid for Team Brimstone, Thunder Skies, Apple Hearts, and the Snapdragons. And here, the collision here. How does it go? Ooh, a close call for Team Brimstone, but it's a straight line for the Snapdragons. Not what they want to see here. Another close two calls for Team Brimstone, but they managed to avoid it so far. Let's see. Great arc here for the Thunder Skies. Trajectory is good for the Apple Hearts as well. And let's see. Ooh, a bad bounce there. Sends Team Brimstone in the collision, and can they get them back? But no. Stunner Skies gives them a 1-2, and that pushes them in. And that's it for them. Patards have a narrow miss there, but it will not matter anymore. Both of these will advance. Zesty here falls in before Iron, but both will finish this heat in the top 2 and advance to the semifinals. Finally, Iron finishes there. Let's see, what was their time? It was a 44.50. That's a very strong time in our first heat. Zesty with 37.52. Very impressive though. Inferno 28.49. Solid, but will not be good enough to advance here. Now, heat 2. Lake, Crisp, Ohm, and Forest here. Let's see. An initial question looks good for... Ooh, narrow miss there. For Lake, and Crisp falls right in. Not what you want to see. And oh, Lake joins them there. That leaves just Ohm and Forest still orbiting. Or... defending gold medalists in an endurance event, and our championship leaders here fall in right there, but both will easily move on here. That was a very unfortunate round here for Crisp and Lake, falling in right after the start collision for Crisp, and not much later for Lake. That means Force and Owen will move on to the semifinals. Now Jared, Twilight, Iris, and Jet in the third heat, and off they go. Let's see how is this first collision. Let's see, good for 3. Oh, a narrow miss there for the Golden Scopes, but it does not help their trajectory, and they fall in right after. Let's see. Ooh, and the Avid Arrows could just barely not avoid it there, and they are also already down. That means Jet and Jara are 2 J athletes here. Will move on to the semifinals, both still trying to get set the best time. I mean, even if they've already advanced, they still want to show what they're here for, what their training was all about, and they finished right there next to each other. I believe Jared just barely got the winner this heat. Yes, 32 for both of them. Twilight 11, not a great time, but still solid from what we've seen so far. 6, not very good for Iris there. Now, in the fourth heat, we've Rhyme, Sandy, Gem, and Ghoul representing our final 4 teams here. Let's see. How is the collision for these 4 teams? It's looking a lot better than we've seen in the first few heats. All 4 are still active here. Let's see. But they're now going for the second go around. Let's see. Will they all survive it? And that's a bad line for the Dune Dash. That drops them right in. Wintermints and Nightshades make it successfully yet another time row. And that's a bad line for the Quartz Roses. And they are done for as well. That means Ghoul and Rhyme will advance here. Very solid maneuvering here through this slippery arena. Let's see. How long can they hold on? Let's see. Ooh. The Nightshades just barely avoided there, and that's going to give them the win ahead of the Wintermints in this heat. Both will easily advance, though, to the semifinals of 40 and 39. Are very solid, strong times here. Gem 24 is going to be solid for them as well, although, of course, still not advancing. You can see here, Iron had the best time here in the first heat so far. That's a very promising sign for them in the semifinals. Now, Inferno missing out with a 28. That's very unfortunate for them. Now, going straight into the semifinals, we have Iron, Forest, Jera, and Rhyme in the first for the Southern Skies, Evergreen Oaks, Historians, and Winterman. Let's see how does this heat go. And oh, it's disastrous here. Iron and Rhyme have already fallen into the catch basin. That leaves Forrest and Jera with a free ticket to the finals. That was just disastrous after the first collision, having a straight line into the hole. Not what those two teams wanted to see, especially the Southern Skies after setting the best time in the heats. And they're not going to rank very high in 5th through 8th. I would assume so, after, frankly, abhorrent collisions there now. Forrest just barely falls in before Jera, but both easily advance here in this heat. Let's see the times of 38 and 36. Very solid for both of them. But a 5:05 and a 4:39 is atrocious there. Now, we have the second semifinal of Zesty, Ohm, Jet, and Ghoul. Surely we'll see better here. And off they go. Let's see the collisions here. Will all of them survive? Yes, although, ooh, a different strategy here for Jet. Taking the other direction. Let's see. Ooh, collision there. Let's see. Ooh, the pinch there drops in Ohm. And then another collision there from Zesty. Drops in Jet as well. And ooh, Ghoul can't avoid them. And they will finish second here, giving all the momentum to Zesty. An incredible move from Zesty here in this heat. Ghoul will still obviously move on after getting second in this heat. Very well done for them. Just trying to set a time as best as they can here. Let's see. Will it contend with what we saw in the heats? They finished right there. We'll have to see how it compares. But Zesty and Ghoul will move on here over Jet and Ohm. And at 40:58 is a great time, but will not be good enough to beat Iron. Let's see. Now, you can see here this incredible move here from Ghoul and Zesty, and then also in Jet. But now, you can see Jet and Ohm easily have 5th and 6th after the abhorrent heats from Rhyme and Iron in the semifinals, first semifinal. But now, we go straight to the final with Jera, Ghoul, Forrest, Zesty from the Historians, Nightshades, Evergreen Oaks, and Nepotards. Who will get the gold here? Let's see. Ooh, it's this painful collision, and Jera and Zesty have both already finished. That was incredibly fast, and here Forrest falls in as well. That means Ghoul from the Nightshades has already secured themselves the gold medal, but they want to show that they have trained for this, that this event, that this gold belongs to them, even if all of their opponents fell in very fast. They wanted to show what they had in store. Let's see, with a 24, a decent timing for Ghoul, they get the gold. Our championship leaders with Forrest in second get the silver, 10 whole seconds behind. That's going to be great for their championship lead. Now, Zesty with a 4:30 only still manages to get the bronze. A very unfortunate miss for Jera there. But now, Chris in last as well, after getting gold in the last event. And with that silver, the Evergreen Oaks have over a gold lead over second place, which now goes to the Dune Dashers. Nightshades jump up 8 as well with their gold. Nepotards move up a bit as well. It's very close down below, but Evergreen Oaks have a very steady lead over the competition right now. Let's see if that changes in the next event. Archery. See you then.